makes his first field goal of the night, and it's a 2-point game with 16.3 remaining.
It's not hard. It's going to be Bridges. Only been to the line 4 times in the series.
Brunson trying to get free, gets the pass in the corner. Vassell on him. Still not fouling. There's a double team. Gets away. Brunson still has it. Ball knocked loose, picked up by Bridges, and a foul. Boy, it looked like Brunson got hammered at half court. Bridges got fouled. So Mikal Bridges will shoot. He's only taken 4 free throws in these finals. Misses the first. Knicks have now missed 3 free throws down the stretch here. Knocks down the other. And Mitch Johnson will use his final timeout. Castle looks. Castle still holding on. Find a Harper, and he fouls him right away. Lines it up, shot no good. Anunoby the rebound. And he's fouled with 7.7 remaining. Missed another.
Back up, or you press up and immediately take a foul in the backcourt.
Clutch
Up
one
court,
there.
you don't even have to foul now.
4-point lead. Here comes Fox. 5 seconds remaining. Fox to Wemby. Wemby tries a 3, puts it up, off the mark. Anunoby the rebound. It's over. It's over. Knicks fans, this is not a dream. Your long, long wait has ended. Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
There are no more games left. We can talk about it now. You're a champion. What is this moment feeling like to you?
Holy shit.
Welcome everyone to Mr. Main Podcast. I'm Mr. Main. Today I will be talking about NBA Finals Game 5 recap. The San Antonio Spurs lost to the New York Knicks Saturday night by the score of 94-90. The New York Knicks became NBA champions by beating the San Antonio Spurs by series records of 4-1. San Antonio Spurs put up a good fight, but clearly the New York Knicks were the better team this season. San Antonio led early in the game as usual, but the New York Knicks came back in the fourth quarter, tightened the screws, and beat them like they always have in a few past games. Now, Jalen Brunson, he scored 45 points, became MVP Finals. 4 for 7 on 3-pointers and 13 for 15 from the free throw line. The New York Knicks this season were not projected to win the NBA Finals. The Oklahoma City Thunders or the Boston Celtics were favored to go to the finals, and the Oklahoma City Thunder were favored to win, but that didn't happen. Instead, San Antonio went to the finals against the Knicks. San Antonio had the better record in the regular season, and San Antonio had the home court advantage in the finals, but that didn't matter because the New York Knicks were the better team, and they played better when it mattered the most. Now, Jalen Brunson, he had a crazy, excellent game, very entertaining game by scoring 45 points and becoming the game MVP, leading the Knicks to a champion. Now, the Knicks haven't won a championship in 53 years. That was the last time they won a championship. So, a parade is going to happen this Thursday in New York City for the New York Knicks winning the NBA title. Now, let's get into it. The score was 94-90 final. Knicks won by 4. The first quarter, it was all San Antonio. They outscored New York 23-13. But the second quarter is when things start to turn around for the Knicks. Once again, every time San Antonio get a lead, the New York Knicks always manage to come right back, find a way to come back, to even the score, and then eventually win the game. And it happened again. Second quarter, New York outscored San Antonio 24-19. Third quarter, San Antonio put up a fight, outscored New York 30-28. But here it goes again, fourth quarter, the quarter that matters the most. San Antonio didn't show up. They choked down the stretch. New York outscored them 29-18 and eventually won the game 94-90. The reason why the Spurs lost this game is not because they didn't have the talent to win. They had the talent to win. It's just that certain things that happened that shouldn't have happened, such as Mitch Johnson's inexperience. Mitch Johnson, the only reason got the job is because Greg Popovich got ill, had forced to retire and hand over the job to Mitch Johnson. Mitch Johnson's inexperienced, and it showed down the stretch. The San Antonio Spurs had a lot of young players on the team, and they did come through. They choked down the stretch. Wembanyama, when the game mattered the most, couldn't hit free throws. De'Aaron Fox, when the game mattered the most, couldn't hit shots. And that's, you got to make shots. You got to be clutch. And the San Antonio Spurs had every opportunity to win this game at home, game 5 at home, but they didn't do it. They built the lead up to as high as 16 and still end up losing. Because every time they got a lead, New York always managed to come back and tie them and eventually overtake the lead and win the game. San Antonio, they're just three happy. They love shooting the three for some reason, and they like to fade fast. And Victor Wembanyama, when the game matters the most, can't hit free throws, be missing free throws at crucial points of the game when he needed. And then down the stretch, the ball should have been in Victor Wembanyama's hand. Instead, you got people like DeAndre Fox shooting the ball. Wembanyama is the star player. He should be taking the shot the most. Your star player, not De'Aaron Fox. Not be guys, on the Spurs couldn't hit the clutch shots. Wembanyama couldn't hit the clutch shots. Julius Champagnie couldn't hit the clutch shots. Dalen Harper did all right. Devin Vessel couldn't hit the clutch shots. Stephon Castle didn't even show up for this game, game 5. He didn't even show up. He had his worst game. New York Knicks, they beat the Spurs with a team effort. They knew they didn't want to go back to New York and play another game. They wanted to end the series here. They ended up celebrating on the Spurs home court as they won the NBA Finals. OG Anunoby, he had a great game. His shooting wasn't all that great, but he did stuff, small stuff, getting rebounds, getting steals, and getting blocks that helped the Knicks win the game. He finished with 11 points. Like I said, he didn't shoot very well. 1 for 5 on three-pointers and 3-11 for field goals. Karl Anthony Towns, another guy that did not have a great game. Only played 23 minutes, 2 points, but he had 10 rebounds. So the 10 rebounds really helped. He couldn't score much, but at least he grabbed rebounds. Josh Hart had 13 points, 3 for 6 on three-pointers. Mikal Bridges had 14 points, 3 for 7 on three-pointers. Jalen Brunson had 45 points, 4 for 7 on three-pointers. So the guys the starters like Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges, they chip in. They did their part as a group and beat the San Antonio Spurs. Now, San Antonio, let's look at their box score. Let's see what they did. Julius Champagnie, he had 14 points, 4 of 8 on three-pointers. Victor Wembanyama, once again, 19 points, 14 rebounds, but it's 1 for 6 on three-pointers. 1 for 6. So the three-ball game wasn't going down. On top of that, De'Aaron Fox, he had only 7 points. 7 points, 3 for 15 field goal shooting, and a 1 for 8 on three-pointers. Down the stretch, De'Aaron Fox was shooting three-pointers. Victor Wembanyama was shooting three-pointers. It didn't go in. The problem with the Spurs, they're three-point happy. So you live by the three, die by the three. When you get three-point happy, you always want to shoot the threes. The three wasn't going in for De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama. Combined, both of them, 2 for 14 on threes. See, that's the big and glare. Anytime you shoot the three, the rebound's going to bounce out. Most likely, it's going to go to the defensive team. Instead of attacking the rim, looking for good shots, shooting the mid-range jumper, Coach Mitch Johnson should be doing. He's over here, just letting them do what they want to do. That's not how you play a basketball game. And once again, the Spurs, lost. And a lot of that has to do with Mitch Johnson. Devin Vessel had 12 points, 2 for 5 on threes. Stephon Castle had 6 points, played 32 minutes with 6 points, and 0 for 3 on threes. So the three ball didn't go in for the Spurs once again. When you live by the three, you die by the three. The Knicks, they wasn't three happy. They get the points when they need it to. They don't care how the points come. 2, dunk, steal. They take any kind of points as long as they're getting points. They're not so persistent on shooting threes. Keldon Johnson, 7 points, 2 for 3 on threes. Dalen Harper had a good game, 25 points, 2 for 4 on threes. So the Spurs really lost this game because they got outplayed. They have the talent to win the game. They just got outplayed, outcoached. And now the New York Knicks is the 2025-2026 NBA champion, and they deserve it. They 100% deserve it. Congratulations to the New York Knicks for winning the title. They proved to be the better team in the playoffs, and I got to give them their flowers. I like the Spurs. They're one of my favorite teams, but I got to call it for what it is. Spurs didn't play good. They didn't play good. They wasn't coached good, and that's the reason why they lost. They need to go back to the drawing board. Personal opinion, I'll get rid of Mitch Johnson. I don't think he's a good coach, and I'll make some roster changes. But Mitch Johnson definitely got to go. His flaws showed up in the NBA Finals. Now, if you like this content, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Antonio, so many of them celebrating back in New York, including a father-son moment between Rick Brunson, and Jalen Brunson. It's the first title since 1973. Brunson is your Finals MVP. Brunson, emotional with Lisa Salters after this win.
There are no more games left. We can talk about it now. You're a champion. What is this moment feeling like to you?
Holy
Take your time. Take your time. Wait a long time for this.
I got no words. Everything I ever dreamed of. We're going to find a way. Whatever you put in front of us, we're going to find a way. It doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. We're going to find a way every single time we step on this court. Every time.
Everyone was doubted at some point. This team was doubted at some point. And all we focused on is the next game. All we focused on is those guys in the locker room. And people don't understand, we don't really talk about it, but the weight of that jersey. the expectations, the pressure of that jersey. And I can say today, right now, is the lightest it's ever felt.
This moment is so much bigger than even us, and I think even for us, we don't even know the magnitude of what we just done. We were so locked into each other. We were so locked into the mission, the task at hand. We just wanted to get this done for the city. The city deserved it. They've been yearning for this moment. They've been wanting a reason to get excited, to cheer, to go in the streets and do the craziness you've been seeing every single day.
Now, less than 12 hours after clinching this first title in 53 years, what jumped out to you about this New York team?
Just how spectacular their build is to become a champion. This team never tanked, okay? They never got lucky in the lottery. The highest draft pick this front office ever made was 25 in the first round. The genius of sticking their neck out on Jalen Brunson and then a series of shrewd trades to acquire all of the key players on this team, a couple of good draft picks in the second round. And you look at them, they did it organically. They played 9 playoff series over the last 3 years. That's getting your 10,000 hours, making the second round, getting heartbreak, making the conference finals and then heartbreak, and then this year going all the way. It is a beautiful construction and a beautiful thing to celebrate for the Knicks and their fans.
Talk about sticking their neck out for Jalen Brunson. He's worth every single penny and then more. He's your Finals MVP, 45 points, 15 points in the fourth quarter. He outscored the Spurs over the final 8 minutes and 20 seconds of the game. What is your perspective on his performance in these finals and really this postseason, Wendy, as a whole?
Well, this is an all-time closeout game. 45 points on the road. We're talking only a handful of guys have ever done it. You know, this is a Michael Jordan-esque performance. That's not an exaggeration. This is the type of game Jordan has had, and he did it after turning that ankle over in that first half. You know, in that Victor Wembanyama play. And let me just say that they call him the captain, and he is the epitome of being a captain. Not only is he their emotional leader and their physical leader, he's their spiritual leader. And he built this roster, too, because he left over $100 million on his contract that helped fill out this team and keep it strong. An absolutely iconic moment for Jalen Brunson.
Since 1971, the only players to average 11 points per game in fourth quarters in an NBA Finals. Brunson, Steph Curry, Shaquille O'Neal. Wendy, stand by right there. Randy's got more on the Spurs. Randy, what you got?
Yeah, let's talk about how the Spurs had double-digit leads, Gary. You touched on it in each game of this series, and they wound up only winning one game in this series. The Knicks leading for just 23.6% of the total time, the lowest percentage of time spent leading the finals by a champion since at least 1971. So Victor Wembanyama maybe 7-4 or 7-5, but here he is on falling short.